Hello everyone, it's Ali. Welcome back to another brand new video. You will never guess what she's doing today. But no, Ali is very excited. And while I can't spoil the surprise, I'll give you a little hint. She needs to collect a butt-ton of blocks, especially amethyst. So that's exactly what she starts off doing. Then, while looking for another geode, she came across a bunch of diamonds. She's a bit protective of her diamonds. She doesn't even need them for anything. She's just greedy. I did not expect her to make that. I don't think she did either, though. Then, for probably the first time ever, she had to collect diorite, and she's making us watch. Fun. This might be the first time in Minecraft history diorite is used in anything. Then, she completely demolishes another geode. Who needs natural disasters when you have Ali? Any guess on what she's building yet? While her initial plan was to get quartz from a villager, she just doesn't have the patience for that. So she was forced to get it from the Nether. Womp womp. So she pranced around the Nether for like 30 minutes and only got 6 stacks. As if that's gonna last long. Okay. No, that works too. I guess. I mean, she's practically invincible with this armor. Unfortunately, I still have hope. Well, it's finally time to reveal the surprise. She's going to build a castle for herself, with white walls and an amethyst roof, which is going to be a complete hassle to build for her and you. So she starts off with the steps leading up to the front doors, which took like 5 days. This is going to be an annoyingly long building process, I feel. She is really slow. I don't know how this is possible. She just has to place the blocks. And of course, she built the floor out of spruce. There really was no other option. It looks so amazing so far. Yeah, she's really making you watch her place grass. We shouldn't be too surprised at this point. Let's hope she doesn't get sick of this in a month. And she's building another staircase, great. I can't believe the hardest parts of this build are the staircases. She eventually ran out of blocks and was forced to collect more. She basically only needed concrete powder. and like 30 stacks of quartz, but she spared us from watching her collect that again. Then she finally decided to hydrate her baby Ghast, so it could help her with building. And she was just so excited, she practically just stood over it the entire time. Mostly because she couldn't figure out how long it took to grow. But it's the thought that counts, or something. She's a little impatient. Such a cute little baby. Not for long though, she's been waiting long enough. That was 20 minutes she could have spent getting more quartz. Then, after some struggle, she took off for her first ride. She was very excited, if you couldn't tell. Then, because everything was going so well, she forgot to start recording and built a bit more without us. But don't worry, you get to watch her build the roof frame. Can't believe she stole her worst enemy's child and has now befriended it. Then she was once again forced to give up because she needed pale oak. So she set off in search for it on her best friend, Chandelier. At this rate, we're not going to make it down the mountain. So she heads off in a random direction in hopes of finding a pale garden. No matter which direction she heads in, she always finds a snow biome. It's just her fate. Oh, goody, she found it. Uh-oh. No! Overcome with grief, she desperately searched for her horse's remains. We were so close. Then, as if things weren't already bad enough, you hear that? Well, isn't this just the icing on the cake? Then, like the coward she is, definitely not. Too soon? Rip Chandelier. She hid in a hole until the morning. All that armor and all her tools can't bring her courage or critical thinking. And then she went home, alone, on foot, for the first time in years, without Chandelier. You know, Ali always wanted a chandelier in her old house, like an actual one, not a horse, but she kept forgetting to build one. And so she just named her horse that so she could say she had a chandelier. She didn't think to spell check herself first, though. And since Chandelier was such an amazing and fast horse, she felt it was only right to make a tribute to her. So she's off again building. Well, I guess I should say a few words about Chandelier. She was a horse. A great horse, in fact. She was very fast and could jump pretty high. She tolerated all the abuse Ali put her through, or more so, the cliffs and bushes she pushed her into. I admired her constant motivation to try and escape Ali whenever she forgot to tie her up. Yeah, this was a few days ago. She really takes her time editing. Anyways, forever in our hearts and our hooves, we'll miss you always, our sweet little Chandelier. Well, what a way to end the episode. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one, where we'll continue to build this incredible castle. There was no chance she was finishing this in one video. See you next week. You won't be seeing Chandelier